Hi guys, this is Lachette from Scarlet Creations, and I'm back with a interesting video. I got a gift, a calligraphy set as a gift, and I thought I would share it with you guys. I've opened it already. The person who gifted it to me had ordered it online. They opened it already, just to make sure everything was in there. But I kind of want to go over some things. This is not the fanciest thing ever. It's, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Tianren. And it comes in this very awesome gift box. I don't know if I'll get rid of this, but maybe I will because it's a bit much. I don't know if this is how you open the box and it comes out, but this is how I opened the box and I saw it. So first thing first is the nib set. There's 17 nibs here, and I'll go over those later. It also has an envelope and a piece of paper that says I want to travel Paris or Paris. This says universal condition. It's nothing fancy, just something to use. This protective cushioning. And this is the inside of the box, which is pretty cool. Right? So all of the bottles came in little plastic protective things like this. I missed one. Where did I put it? I don't know where I put them at. But yeah, so I took everything out of the plastic just to show you guys. This is not necessarily an unboxing, but look what I got. So we've got a feather pen here, a dip feather pen. It's blue with some gold flecks. Looking up online, they say they use real bird feathers and dye them. Ones that have fallen. And this tree motif is one that is repeated throughout this particular set. The pen tip here comes out as it's supposed to, and it says it's a EF, so extra fine nib. It also says iridium point, which I wasn't really familiar with. I did Google. I don't remember what the results were, but something about the point. Obviously, the set, all of the nibs are stainless steel. There's this really cool letter opener that's like a sword for reasons I don't understand, but it's nice. I'm assuming this is like gold coating, like not real gold, but gold color coating over steel or something. Whatever they do to make things look fancy. Fancier than they are. I'll get to this thing in a second. Let's go to another dip pen. This is a wooden one. Now this has I'm forgetting what this part is called, where you put your fingers at, the holding section. This like gold colored gear thingy. I like the way it feels. Another stainless steel, extra fine iridium point. If you are not aware, nibs come different sizes. So these are all Come on, come on, come on, come on. I put you in there, I can take you up. This is not the first, these are all extra fine nibs. This is not the first time I've used a dip pen or had point. This is a glass one, though not all the way to the tip. It's just a glass holder. Another extra fine iridium point. I shouldn't do that because extra fine is a little sharp. This also has that gear section for the grip. Yes, grip. That's what I was trying to remember earlier, where you hold the pen at. The grip. And then, pen related, we've got 6 inks, in different colors, 15 milliliter amounts, which is nice. Black, green, blue, purple, red, and orange. This cup, I had to look it up because I was like, why? And this is to put water to clean your nib. That tells you how often I use the dip pens I've had before, right? Because I was clueless. Now for the rest of this, well, wait, sorry. This is the pen holder. Yeah, this is clearly just like gold painted steel, and I think the cup goes in, nope. Here we go, the ink, like your little ink well, and let's go for the feather pen. This is the pen holder, and I'll put a picture because you're on top down for me, so you can't really see how they fit in there, but so, which is cool because I definitely don't have one of those. Now, the other part of this that I've never used before because I've never had these is for wax seal creating. First up, we've got 2 bottles of wax tablets. It looks like pastels and jewel tones, which is pretty cool, but you take a couple of these out and you pour them into the metal spoon here, which the tree motif has returned, right? You light your candle, wax candle here, and you hold it over the flame and it'll melt the wax in the spoon, and it's got a little spout so you can pour it on your papers or to seal your envelopes, that kind of thing. And while it's still wet and hot, you use the wax seal on it. So this came with a wax seal with that tree motif. The holder, you put that in there until it cools off, the wax cools off and hardens, and then you pull it out and you got a nice seal. I'm not sure how well that's gonna work, but this twists off, so ostensibly I can get other wax seals to twist on with if I want. So that is my set. I've gotten, this is an old holder that I've used. Haven't used it in years, and I made the mistake of keeping a nib in it, and it's broken. But like you can see, it's stained. The cork grip is stained with ink. Noor number 127N from Germany. It's a wood holder with the cork grip, and any of these other new to me nibs should fit in here as well. Yeah. So I do need to like clean these off. So this, I also have the straight plastic one, like basic black plastic. I got these in my freshman or first year in college, so you see it's lasted. I did not need the fancy set. I've got a couple of other nibs, but they're buried somewhere. So let's talk about the nibs. This is still loud, so like I said, extra fine. What we have here, I'm not too sure about the ones on the side here. These are kind of fancy. I'm gonna have to look them up, but they all have like the breathing holes, which is interesting. This one is, wow. These are all fine point. You can see like they come to a sharp point at the end. This is also interesting, ribbed. This one is a little bit wide and has the number 5 on it. So I'll look that up and get back to you guys in a second. Oh no. Okay. This is part of the broad nib set here on the bottom. I just noticed they all have numbers. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then this guy is the only gold, or maybe probably brass nib, and the broadest. Let me see. This is C4 or U4? D4, sorry. So yeah, broad nibs, the wide flat tops of various widths. And then these guys over here are the circular nibs. So from what I remember, the broad nibs are good for like broad calligraphy, black letter. I'll put some examples on the screen here so you can get an idea. And then the circular ones are also numbered. I think this is 1 millimeter, 2 millimeter, 3 millimeter, 4 millimeter, 5 millimeter. My eyesight's still doing good. It looks like they've got a layer of blue steel on them. And you could see, I think, hopefully, the circular ends rather than a point or a flat end, like the broad ones or just the pointy ones. All right, you can put those, whoops, next to each other so you can tell the difference, hopefully. So I'm going to come back and show some examples of how the different nibs write. But I did read that they do need to be cleaned. So not all nibs do, but a lot of them, especially probably these, are shipped out. They don't know how long they'll be sitting somewhere before use. So there's a protective coating on them, which you need to like scrub off. But to also give you a better idea, right? This is my Pilot Metropolitan fountain pen. And excuse the, this is a fine nib. So should be a little thicker, but it's really hard for me to tell the difference between fine and extra fine, so. Right. I'll be right back after I clean it and get some examples going. Okay, we're back with 3 clean nibs here, and I've got the pen and the holder, though this definitely, oh, there we go. So Why is it hanging out so high? I'm gonna leave that out. I am gonna just show you how they write real quick using the black ink. I think I'll have a separate, oh, okay, so it has a stopper. That's awesome. Making sure it does not leak in transit is important. But that means I'm now probably going to get ink on my fingers. But that would not be new for me. If you look at, like I showed you, my old one. Okay, so editing that out. I'll do a whole separate, like, what is it? Ink nib testing with the other. So you want to dip it in low enough so it gets on the nib, but not so much on the holder. And I always have my paper sideways. Alright, okay, let's do this. So, not bad, and it holds quite a bit before you must dip again. So not bad, and then you put it in there to clean it off, or put it in the water to clean it off. Wipe it with a tissue, and yeah, I got ink on my fingers. Then we can leave that there. I will say not the most level of ink pot holders. However, let's try the wooden one. Same nib though, so it's not gonna be crazy, I don't think. Yes. The name. And hello. Clean that off. Like, I've literally already got it on where I'm supposed to hold it at. Okay, so that one's nice. When I first opened this, I was a little concerned about these grips. Trying to figure out how deep can I go. Got a little bit on the grip. So there, she's good. My name. No. Oops. Not bad at all. And we'll clean that off with the water. Yeah. This is cute for what do you call it, the ink, but I'm not so sure about that pen holder. Just for comparison's sake, I got some fountain pens here. This is Lamy All-Star special edition. This is also extra fine nib. I don't need to dip because it already has ink in it. So this is a red ink, or is this the purple? This is the red ink, yeah. And the difference with a fountain pen ink is it has a reservoir inside, if you're new to this. So you can refill and it lasts even longer, but yeah. My Pilot Metropolitan, I don't know how well it's gonna do because I know I don't have that much ink in here. This is just a fine nib, yes. So let's see, this is the purple ink. Oh, come on. Yeah, I don't think it's... Oh, last, that didn't work out. It's okay. I have another fountain pen, but I cannot for the life of me find it, and that's so concerning because I used it the other day. This is a manuscript, and it is a fountain pen, but we're going to use it like a dip pen for a second. It's a very cheap practice learning one. This is a broad nib. It says medium. And yeah, just to give you an idea, because I haven't cleaned off the other nibs. As you see, it gives that straight edge, so you can do some interesting calligraphy things with that. I have a calligraphy marker. Is there more ink in here? Because again, not my first rodeo. This is from Faber-Castell PITT Calligraphy Pen. Sorry, not Tombow. So it's got a broad straight edge nib, broader than that one, so you can see, there we go. All right. So one of these other nibs is gonna be kind of like that. If I were to compare, the number 2 looks like, yeah, because the number 1 is too thick, as is this one in the middle. I don't have any of my circular nibs out, so it is what it is. But yeah, if you would like to see me do like pen test, what is it, ink swatching and having a sample of all the nibs, that'll be another video. Just let me know in the comments down below if you're interested. But yeah, thanks for joining me. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you are new, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video is coming. This, wasn't planned. I don't know when the next calligraphy related video would be, but subscribe and find out. If you are follow me on Patreon, you'll get early access to these things and ad-free. versions. So you can check that out. Check me out via. And links to this set down below, and my other pens that I've shown or mentioned, and holders that I've shown or mentioned. This is a toothbrush I used to clean it. It's brand new, so this will be my nib cleaner brush. I'll just leave it in the box. I'll link the set, like I said. And if you'd like to follow me on anywhere else, feel free. For journaling prompts and samples and things like that, you can follow me on the Patreon I've already mentioned. The Ruby Rose tier is all about journaling, and so this stuff would be in there. But yeah, guys, thank you as always so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.